Okay, what a wonderful, wonderful afternoon right here at the Communication Complex of Independent Television and Radio, Igosa, near Oluku. My name is Egosa Agbonlao. The program is 60 Minutes Nigeria, current affairs program that creates a platform for very distinguished Nigerians to dissect on national issues. And I must assure you that today's program promises to be very educative, enlightening, and entertaining. We'll also allow members of the public the opportunity to also join the conversation, but that will be at 2, about 30 minutes from now. We'll allow you to make your comments, but derogatory comments are not allowed on the program. Well, the topic we are looking at today is the topic on the lips of everybody, not only in Nigeria, but also in the diaspora. It has to do with the minimum wage. Some labor leaders are saying, no, we should not call it minimum wage. We should look at living wage. And apart from the issue of the minimum wage, we're also looking at welfare of Nigerians. How has Nigerians failed under this administration? A lot need to be discussed on the program today. Let me just quickly introduce my guest before we'll dissect the topic at hand. I have with me a man who has distinguished himself. His Royal Highness Bako is a very seasoned analyst. He's also a man that is the chairman of the Nigeria Farmers Association, am I right? Yeah. Yes, Edo State chapter. And we also have with us the vice chairman of the Actors Guild of Nigeria. He's a clergyman. He's a very seasoned analyst as well. And he's a man that is very experienced when it comes to youth matters. I'm talking about Dr. Elvis Agbonaima. Nice to have you with us today.
Thanks for having me.
Well, we have in our studio a man that is highly respected, a highly respected clergyman, a former NLC chairman in Edo State. So he's a renowned labor leader, Reverend Olu Aderigbigbe. Nice to have you with us today.
Good afternoon, yes.
Now, Reverend Olu Aderigbigbe was amongst the panelists when the Edo State governor inaugurated the Labour House at Temboga Road. And on this program, you have the opportunity for him to now really dissect this issue of minimum wage and welfare of Nigerians. But before we do that, let me allow you just like a recap of what transpired recently when the governor of Edo State announced a new minimum wage. It was electrifying. Workers could not hide their joy. Let's just watch that again.
We will move minimum wage effective May 1 to 70,000 naira. We will move minimum wage effective May 1 to 70,000 naira. We will move minimum wage effective May 1 to 70,000.
Well, you can play that over and over and over again. I must commend the governor of Edo State because that was a very smart move. He didn't really wait for May 1st, Workers' Day, for him to make his own announcement. He did that before May 1st, and he said that 70,000 minimum wage, new minimum wage, takes effect from May 1st. Now, why workers are jubilating, why workers are ecstatic in Edo State? Federal workers, which used to be the envy of state workers, are yet to really know their fate. Now, you may say, how do I mean? Let me give you this information. Now, the federal government has said, yes, from May 1st, a new minimum wage will be announced. But the tripartite committee on national minimum wage is yet to conclude its negotiations workers will not lose anything from what they said, because once they conclude their negotiations and the minimum wage is announced, it will take effect from May 1st. In other words, they will backdate it. So that's where we find ourselves. But the NLC, on May the 1st, has threatened the federal government that they have up till May the 31st to conclude everything and announce everything that has to do with minimum wage. And they are asking for a living wage of 615,000 naira. They said based on the realities that we have, that is what is their expectation. We'll start with Reverend Lua Adedigbe, former Labour leader, on this. What's your take on this issue of 70,000 from Edo State government, federal government yet to make a pronouncement in terms of figure?
Well, thank you.
Okay, sir.
I appreciate this season and time.
Okay.
The 70,000 is a good news. You can see that day that workers were jubilating. They were celebrating success. They are forgetting the sorrow of yesterday, because good things come with good people. That 70,000 that the governor announced effect from yesterday is a good news to those state workers, and it's a wake-up bell for federal government, because at the time the workers did not expect it. There's nowhere in the world that the employers want to give you something free unless you negotiate. This is the second time the governor will announce increment of salary without negotiation. I think I say it's bravo. That's the type of person or governor who has the mission and vision, how he want to govern or how he's governing the state. When you take the people, the problem of the people first, people will honor you. So that announcement came at the right time, because workers are suffering. You can see that more problems has been added to Nigerian workers, especially Edo State. You cannot more buy fuel. You cannot even see fuel to buy. Gari has been increased. Transportation is no go area. So I think this time the 70,000 naira increase is a welcome idea to at least lift the workers up. That's why you see the celebration and jubilations. And look at the federal government. Like I said, it is a wake-up call. And I want to congratulate those state workers, the chairman of NSC and his team, that he has also worked toward cooperation with the government, the employers and employees, to make sure this is what we need. And at this time, this good news came up. Federal government has been deceiving workers. Okay, you said from May 1st, you will announce the increase, or the increase from federal government will start. That you have not negotiated for. There's nothing that's taking place. How do you announce? The NSC National Secretariat or the National Council have not even gotten or know what the idea about it. It was supposed to be a tripartite meeting, but only one side is taking place. NECA did not know anything about the employer of labor in private sector and in public sector and NSC. They have not met to conclude the formal arrangement. You said you will announce. Who is deceiving who? We are already in problem. You have not even given us that announcement or encouragement, so to say. You have already increased fuel. There's no way you can see fuel in Nigeria now at 500 naira. It's either 1,000 or 950. Thank God, maybe some part in the low state, you can still see for 600. So when you take that out of worker salary, when you go out, somebody bought a bag of gari that I bought about 2 weeks ago at 40,000. It's now 50,000. I will not buy in the same market. So you find out that things are so rough for the working people. You cannot sleep well. Now that even the heat has taken over, no lights, nothing is going on. Gas is no go area. You cannot see anybody using kerosene now. And we have the federal government who care for the people. Okay. So if this governor said, according, he knows that because of the suffering of the people, he has to have their mind that he himself and his team have decided to increase the workers' salary to 70,000.
Okay, thank you, sir.
I think for being workers-friendly governor, I salute his
Thank you, sir. We'll come back to you, but we'll just take a brief break now to correct a technical hitch, and we'll be back. Okay, it's a delight to have you back on the program, 60 Minutes Nigeria, according to first program, where we are looking at the very disturbing issue that has to do with minimum wage, living wage. Those state government has been commended for announcing 70,000. Federal government yet to announce a figure. Okay. Well, Dr. Evans Agbonayima has a lot to say about that. Your opening remarks?
For me, I appreciate the governor, our governor, Governor Baseki, for such a move. Though for me, I'm not a politician, but I seem to be a visionary leader.
Okay.
You know, it's my personal opinion, because I've studied him to see what he's doing. He's trying, but it's unfortunate that even if he decides to pay workers now 500,000 a month, it will be very difficult for the workers to survive because of the hike in price and goods of everything. Everything is so. If you go to the market, the prices is increasing every day. You know, I just imagine how some workers who are be earning less, how they are even surviving. You know, I know it's just the grace of God, but the truth must be said. We Nigerians, we are the problem of Nigeria. We are the problem of Nigeria because the system is run by Nigerians. Even the government we talk about now. Do you know that there are even Nigerians now who are even angry, saying, what he said is because of politics. The question is, what he has done, is it good? The answer is yes. Instead of people to appreciate, oh, this announcement, this plan is an advantage to the worker. Meanwhile, there are still Nigerians who are saying behind the corner, saying it's because of politics, election is coming, and this and that. And these are the reasons why things that we need to correct, we are not correcting it. You know, if people do things and it's not be appreciated, then what about when people do bad? What are we going to do? Now, for me, the governor have done well, even though we expect more. But the move is a very good one. I appreciate him for that. And even though, like I said, we are still expecting more.
Okay.
Now, one point I want to quickly say, the dilemma we find ourselves today was not caused by a Cameroonian people or people from outside the country. It is we Nigerians that put ourselves in this state.
How do you mean?
Okay. Now, because we refuse to change, it's only God that will deliver us. Because we refuse to change. Now, if you look at everything now that is happening now, the next thing you hear, they say is dollar. In dollar. Even goods and services that have nothing to do with dollar. Everybody is just increasing. Everybody just, we are just doing anyhow. And now, we will be the one that also come out to say, well, you see the government, who is it not the people? Let me give you an example, sir. Every leader we have today is a product of the society. Now, election is coming up. This the major problem. Election is coming up. And every Nigerians, majority of us, we are expecting them to spend hell, sir, to buy a party form. It's not a child's play. Now, instead of us now, let's just say Edo like now, for us to learn from the past. I can still tell you now that many Nigerians are putting money for front. If a candidate now comes to visit you, he does not drop money. No matter how qualified, he's not good enough. And that is the genesis. We are all part of the problem. Until we change, I keep saying it here. Until we change, sir, nothing will change. Okay. Every little opportunity now, the conductor, the driver, the one selling tomatoes, just increase price and forgetting that even the people leading us, they are not going to buy with their money. There are people that have been in government for 18 years, for 15 years, and at the end, they have not used their money to fuel their car. Are you getting it now? Yeah. Now, we Nigerians that are supposed to help ourselves, we are even punishing ourselves. For example, thank God the former chairman is here. Even all these leaders that are our leaders today, the ministry, each ministry, they are able to one showing the leaders how to steal, how to suffer the people. Because sometimes some people will just enter power, they don't really know, some things. It is even the people that work in different ministry, or not to them that I think will bounce back to them. For example now, if fuel refuses to go down, the price refuses to be reduced, it is Nigeria that is doing it. If Smith refuse to, the hike in price of Smith today, is it not Nigerians that are doing it? We are the ones suffering ourselves. No. You get it now? Until we change, nothing will change.
Yes, okay, thank you. Let's just hear His Royal Highness Marco first.
Well, thank you for this opportunity.
Okay.
I think, yes, the governor increasing what we call minimum wage, which I call a right for the workers, it's a welcome development. But we could have come earlier before now. Because he has how many months for him to go? Well, he's still good.
About 7 months.
About 7 months for him. Yes, he's good. The governor is trying. But I want to let you people know, the problem we are having in Nigeria, it is not the people alone. Most of the problem we are having because we are over-religious. That's one of the greatest problems we are having in this country, Nigeria. Because we seem to know God too much more than any other person. As people between other people who are praying, binding and losing in churches, and even in mosques. If you look at this constitution, section 10 of the constitution, it stated clearly that there shall be no state in the federation that shall adopt any religion as a state religion. Section 10. But is it being followed? The question is no. Go to government house today, you see churches. Go to government house today, you see mosques using taxpayer to build bigger churches and mosques. It's not supposed to be so. When it's time for work, it is time for work. When it's time for religion worshiping, it is time. And again, you can see right now, yes, the governor is trying, but the governor have not done enough in terms of agriculture. To me, I'm the chairman of farmers in Edo State. I have written to the governor severally for me to tell him this is the problem we are facing. If the farmers today go on strike, Nigeria will collapse. The farmers are the engine room of Nigeria, but people are not seeing it. What is the workforce of people in Edo State? How many people are civil servants in Edo State? Let us look at it. Yes, my wife is civil servant. Yes, I'm happy about it. But when you look at the big chunk of the people, are they civil servants? If the governor have invest much in agriculture, tell my members to produce not less than 300 tons of cassava every week. Give us loan and tell us to pay this loan within a stipulated time. And I'm telling you, Edo State can feed Nigeria, not only Edo State, because Edo State have the best test of soil in Edison. You see, today, yes, I want the governor to look into the area of agriculture, look into the area of tractors. You can see what mechanized farming. Because farming is no longer when you are holding cutlass and hoe in farming. You see what Anambra State government did by buying 100 tractors and giving them to farmers, that they want to boost food security in the state. If the governor could do that to us and say, give us a mandate, I promise you, I have passion for farming. I was surprised just now when the former Labour leader is talking about a bag of gari. And gari is one of the most cheapest things to farm. If the governor give us a factory and say, be producing this, even today, which one of the most popular gari today, which every big man drink at home, called sour gari, and those are supposed to be packaging it. Tell us to give us the enabling environment, give us the loan, tell us before you leave office, whatever, pay this loan back. We are ready to do so. But because of that problem over religious that we are facing, if you go to churches today, you go to mosques today, you see that you think that maybe that is something different from what we are seeing. It is not done in a vast country like that. You go to America, the way we worship there is not the way they worship. Because in America, it's even a law that you don't make noise. If your churches or mosques must be sealed, whatever noise you are making, don't use it to disturb somebody else. But today, you see in a first-story building, everybody have a speaker, face each other. They are doing competition with listen, excuse me. Excuse me. I am on my feet. Let me finish.
Church is not the problem. I'm not talking about church now. Church is not the problem.
I'm coming.
I'm talking of native.
No, I'm going to allow you to conclude.
It is something.
Okay, please.
Listen,
yes.
It is not
Please,
let me
sir. Let me say this. Yes. I know that what His Royal Highness Bako is trying to emphasize.
If not for prayer,
Dr. Ebi, hold on, please. Now, every one of you have the right of expression. Yeah. But we must not infringe on the right of the other person. Now, the issue of religion is not what we have come here to discuss today. We have come to discuss minimum wage and welfare of Nigerians. I'm very happy the way you've talked about agriculture. Agriculture has to do with the welfare of Nigerians. If agriculture gets a boost and there's massive food production, I believe the point you're trying to canvass is that Edo State will gain, other neighboring states will gain from agriculture that is being given a boost. I think that's very good. But the issue of churches and mosques, that will be a discussion for another day. Let's leave that out of today. Okay, please just conclude.
What I'm trying to say, I'm not saying no, it is not good for you to go to church. No, what I'm saying. But the problem we are having, because of the way people are doing, even the federal government, look at what the federal government is doing right now. It's not a welcome development for me.
Okay.
It's not welcome. Okay, look at, you want to start sharing a farming input. You want to start stealing. You don't share it now. You will now bring it by September. Okay. What can you do in September? This is the time for you to do it. Yeah. In terms of, we're not only discussing minimum wage. Yeah. We're also talking from the information I got is the welfare of Nigeria. And the welfare of Nigeria comes in terms of security and all. The other time in this studio, I told you that everybody now is not security officer. It's not security agent. Because if you are saying you are waiting for the police that is there or the army to guide you, you are wasting your time. It is you that is guiding yourself, and God is guiding all of us now. Okay. You understand me? So that is what I'm saying. Okay. I am not saying go to church. It's not a welcome.
Yeah, thank you, sir. We'll come back to you. Yeah. Reverend Oluwadegbe, I know that he has a lot to say because we get from his experience a lot. Yes, sir.
Look, we are talking the problem. Fish committed an offense. You take rat to court. Without any meaning to that. Okay. We are not talking about prayer now. And back you, if not for the prayer of the people, both Christian and Muslim and otherwise, we will not be here. Because what happened in Somalia is not up to what is happening here. But let's go to the point.
Yes.
Like my comrade said here about workers. Workers are not involved with problems. If you have a commissioner here as a politician, and a worker has said he has an idea, which idea did he have? They will remove him from that place. What is happening is that the pushers, the capitalists, is their own upbringing, is their own way of life. Because as this man, I'm a politician. Is that the profession? They allow people to suffer. They allow masses to do what? To suffer. When they suffer, they will not bring palliative.
Okay.
Take a bag of rice.
Thank you, sir.
And
We'll take a quick break and you continue. A quick one, sir. Okay, nice to have you back. Sometimes we allow interludes. That gives a lot of time for us to get some additional information on the program. Reverend Lou Aderibigbe is a former labor leader in Edo State, and he was actually making some very vital comments. We'll allow him to continue.
Like I said, workers are not the problem.
Okay.
Workers contributed to they bake the cake, and they bake the cake and they bake it well. And what am I saying? Like our comrade said, workers are part of problems, and if a politician come as a commissioner and you say a worker said he have an idea, he will not, that workers will lose his life. Through Baba Yam, we lost many workers lost their job. They are not insisted, they are not paid up to date, their gratuity and others. Which workers want to remove the job? And it is one voice out of millions of politicians. Politicians are trained to bring the people down, and they bring the money and give palliative. And people will clap. Somebody who has not eaten for the past 3 days, you give him one sachet of bag of rice, he will clap for you. They have reduced right now to sachet, like that of Bonfita. So by the time they now go to village and give it to them, you begin to hail them. And at the end, they now have bodyguard. You can't touch this our man. A man that have taken billions and then giving you a sachet. It's not workers' problem. Workers in Edo State were about 3,000. I mean, 3,000 or more for workers. Multiply by father, mother, a wife, and a child. How many did that? So workers are very important, and they work well. So this salary comes at the right time. Because if you take 10 years to plan out to Chris, when we use the market, Obaseki, he did it from 40,000, and he was able to pay out on the 26th of every month. Then 2 years after, he now brought another 70,000. Is that not a man to clap for? He has vision. And when you do that, you see things working according to how the workers are maintaining it. Yes, the workers were motivated. 70,000. Both our father and mother in the market. When the was sharing market money, where do you get it? Market money were being shared without referring to workers. And at the end of the day, the women you are using Kuku said, you are the one. Today we are the women. Okay. We are the poonery, because that is what they want. They want you to suffer more so that they can be up. Okay. And I say today with this 70,000, I bow for the government.
Thank you
he
very
has
much.
tried, and I pray. And you see, government is in continuity. Yeah. When it's going, another person that want to take over cannot say no. You will not see what we call unpleasant reaction of workers. Okay. Nobody called for the workers of the state or anywhere a fool, because they have tasted the salt, the honey. You don't want to come and take rubbish anymore.
Thank you.
So I think I want to congratulate the governor. He paid on the 26th, as I told you, even up to local government and everybody. So why will we not say bravo to a man who has over 70,000? Let me tell you, some government today, in part of the north, they are paying 7,000 to their workers. Some has not paid the 18,000. When my friend said that, he said, now it's not political. From 18,000, some have not paid their own workers. And if somebody now come and pay you 40, from 40 to 70, and people are clapping for him, he has not defaulted in payment of their salary. Is that not a kudo? So whether political matter or not, okay. It is people who have no vision. We say it is politics. When you put a right peg in a right hole, you get result. Even when it's political matter, he has done it at the right time. Whoever want to come, whether him or others, they will not go below 70,000. And mark you, the government said if federal government salary is above, he will level up.
Yes, he actually gave that promise. So we are waiting for the figure of the federal government. But the question I'm going to ask Dr. Elvis now. Now we are happy that 70,000 has been announced in Edo State. We are also happy that the federal government has promised to announce after deliberations have been concluded. But the question is, looking at the welfare of workers, do you think this 70,000 can actually solve the problem? Or the government should look at other areas, not just Edo now, all governors. Don't you think they should also look at other areas where they can cushion the effect of these inflationary measures so that any amount you are being paid can really help? Don't you think so?
Before I answer that question, I want to quickly say this. The luck we have as a country today, Nigeria, is that Nigeria is a praying nation. If not that Nigeria is a praying nation, you know, what is happening to us here, little just happened to others country and they went into, you know, war. You get it now? You know, religion is not the problem. We
thank our religious leaders for praying for the country.
If you
so
know,
I'm going to go to the point.
Yes, I'm coming, sir. Okay. If you know the kind of succor, the kind of encouragement that many Nigerians get from even the religious houses, to also drop this point, by God's grace, I have gone out to find out. Even some of these nations, outside country, we are talking about the foreign nation, go and check. In that place, they sponsor even the religious houses. It's not here. It is never our problem. It's even an advantage. It's helping us as a nation. Now, back to your question.
Okay.
Now, 70,000, whether it's enough, like I said in my opening remarks, is not enough. But what the governor have done, he has done well.
Yeah. I'm looking at other areas. Now,
at least this one has been done. For the one of the federal government, sorry to say, I don't trust them. I don't trust them. To me, the federal government, they are scamming Nigerians. Because there are so many things they have said that they are not implementing.
I also disagree with you. I will not allow that. Federal government is not scamming Nigerians.
Okay, they are lying to us. I can defend myself. They are lying to us, and I can
what do you expect them to do?
Most of
make Nigerians happy.
They have made Nigeria to be more sad, because since this federal government led by our president, President Bola Tinubu came, even we are saying the previous government, we are complaining.
Yes.
I don't know what we are going to say now, because okay, Nigeria is crying and smiling. That's why when somebody is saying religion has not done anything, it has even brought so-called. Now, if look at it now, what the governor have said, sir, about paying the 70,000.
Yes.
I am very sure he will pay, because I have, like by God's grace, I have background in administration. I studied, and I discovered that when it was time to pay 40,000, he has been paying. And outside that, the workers under him, under those things, they receive their salary at when due, even sometime before the end of the month. You get it? Now, such a man is not telling me it's 70,000. Though we know we need more, but actually we were applauding for that. He has done well.
Okay.
But for the one of the federal government, sir, I don't trust them.
But don't you think that this minimum wage increase, even in Edo, can affect the prices of goods and services in the market?
That is why
they too need their own.
I'm coming, sir. Yes. That is why I said in my opening remark that we Nigerians are the problem of Nigeria.
Yeah, you said that.
Because we are always looking for every slice opportunity. We will just hike everything. We will just begin to do anyhow, forgetting that even the leaders, the governor, the president, there are many people in power. They don't even feel what we are feeling. Because you know why? Everything has been budgeted for. For example, like I said when I was talking before now, I said there are people who have been in power for 18 years. For that 18 years, they have not used their money to fuel their car. They have not used their money to buy clothes. They have not used even we are even paying for them to service their girlfriends. They are concubines. Therefore, they don't even feel what we are feeling. You get it now? Now, no, it's not a laughing matter. It's true. Now, we Nigerians, instead of us now to begin to see how we can help each other. For example, now look at landlord. A house that was built even before I was born. He's complaining that the building to build a house now, building material is too expensive. Now he has increased his house. Look at how many landlords are treating their tenants now, forgetting that even the one the tenant was paying before to pay is not even easy. Talk less of now. Now we Nigerians, all the different parastatals, it is Nigerians that are heading it, and that is where leadership comes in. For example, now you see union is in everywhere. Even tomato seller now have union. Even a crayfish has union. They will tell you the price to sell, and it's a problem. And not to all that, we Nigerians, we are punishing Nigerians. You get it now. For the federal government, I cannot trust them, because most of the things they have said, we are not seeing light. If a father is building a house, you say you are bringing like the president and his team will always tell us that all these these things they are bringing implementation, that we should not worry, that everything will be fine. If you are building a house, it should be a joy to the family that the family is progressing. It shouldn't be because you are building a house everybody is hungry. Now you cannot, your children school fees not being paid, the children is not well fed. Now you say you want to repair Nigeria. Most Nigerians die. Now when people don't die finish, now you fix Nigeria, because there is serious hunger in the land. Even though I keep saying it here, sir, even you and those who are working, their take-home cannot take care of them. Now there are many areas that even the governor does not have power, that it takes a president of a nation to control it. For example, now the fuel of a team. For example, now power. You got it now. Now they are increasing power, and meanwhile they are telling us that there are people who are getting 24 hours, that are getting 20 hours. I begin to imagine whether those people live in Nigeria.
Okay, Doctor, thank you. Now let's come to His Royal Highness. I know you have a lot to say, but I just want to look at, because you've started it in terms of welfare. If there's a boost in agriculture, that will cushion the prices of food items. But some persons are even saying that the farmers, that they don't have access road to their farms. Even when they produce this food item, to convey or transport the food items to the market is a problem. Even the transportation cost has increased, because diesel, the price of diesel, we're happy that a private refinery has promised to reduce diesel. Now, yeah. So don't you think that there are a lot of areas that the government can invest in to cushion the price? Also, issue of price control. That's another area we have not looked at. Don't you think there should be a body that will be monitoring prices? I want to look at these other areas.
Well, that is true.
Okay.
When you invest in anything, you'll be able to control it.
Yeah.
But if you don't invest, you will not be able to control anything. Somebody was just saying just now about union. I don't even see union as a major problem.
Okay.
Because if the government has invested, it is only in Nigeria that I find that there is no economic team, vision for social years. In other countries, they plan ahead. That is always plan. Even your house, you plan and you make budget. After that, you make what we call contingency. So in the case what you planned, what you have did not envisage, you not use that contingency to augment it. I see the federal government coming in. They were not after anything, but how to take over power is what they were after. And that is why you find out that we are having a problem that we are having today. Otherwise, if you are planning, like you go to other countries now, somebody contests the election, he already have a manifesto, he already have a blueprint on ground. When I come, this is what I will do, this is what I will do. But in Nigeria, it's only Nigeria, nobody plan. What we do in Nigeria is to say, let me now come, let me spend my money. At the end of when I spend my money, I come into power, then how to recoup my money is what I will be after. That is one of the biggest problems we are having in Nigeria. Otherwise, this problem we are facing, don't supposed to even emanate from anywhere. Well, fine. Nigeria have one of the best laws in the whole world, but implementation of the laws matters. Yes, implementation is the problem of the Nigerian laws. Look at the criminal code, look at the penal code. Look at all. You see, there is nothing you are looking for that you don't find in those laws. But have we been able to implement it? You saw the other day, somebody sprayed their money and the person was arrested. And somebody who has steal billion, they have declared him wanted. And the person is using telephone. And you know where that telephone is coming from. Why don't you go there? If it's a poor man that they declare wanted, by this time they could have fished him out. Somebody who was in government for 8 years, he could not pay full salary. But today, some people are even celebrating him, protesting that they should not prosecute him. What do that one call for? That means if you are a thief in Nigeria, you are well celebrated. So I am urging, and I'm asking the federal government and even including the state government, they should wake up. They should wake up. Nigeria we are tired of promises. Let us continue to see actions. Like I said before, when you invest in agriculture, you will not be seeking for looking at job creation. Agriculture itself is an open area for job creation. When you tell somebody, I want you to farm, give him tractor or give him input, farm. This farm you are going to farm, I'm going to mop it. Like it's done in other countries.
Can you explain that more?
Yes. Mopping means when you give somebody money to farm, at the end of the day, you come and buy the things from him.
From the farm.
From the farm. And you not release it back to the market. At a subsidized rate. Automatically, you that have given that money, you are able to control it. Which we don't have here. And we are talking to that now. Even small house, warehouse in Nigeria, we don't even have it any longer.
But when we heard federal government asked that they should release grains at the time from the storehouse.
Yes, where are the grains? Have you seen any grains right now that is being released? Have you seen any grains? Do you release what you don't have? Did anybody keep grain that you want to release? So I am a farmer. I have over 1,000 acres of cassava farm. If you tell me, oh, I want to buy cassava, come and mop my farm, I'll be happy to say, okay, I want to do more. That is the problem we are having. So
the federal government should look at
that. The federal government, automatically, the state government is supposed to be responsible. The federal government is supposed to be, okay, what we will do, we have to complement the state.
Yeah.
We have to complement the state. But the federal government and the state government are supposed to work together to say, okay, let us have the real farmers, not profile farmers. Today, what we have in Nigeria today now is profile farmers. Who are the profile farmers? The minister will stay in his office. The commissioner will stay in his office. His brother who is in London, he will put his name. His sister who is not even a farmer will put his name. When they now bring things, you see them, okay, we have come. Those are the profile farmers, small scale farmers. Those people you see on television are not farmers. Why the real farmers are there lamenting? Those states, if I come to that now, those states, we have over 80% of farmers in those states. 80%. 20% are not farmers. 80%. If you go to the rural area, you find out that everybody there are farmers. And for you to know how farming is so important, the second schedule of Nigeria Constitution is farming is the only thing that is recognized. The Constitution recognized. Second schedule of Nigeria. He said you can be a farmer, also belong to farming association. Nigeria's second schedule, the Constitution of Nigeria. For you to know how farming is important. But I urge the government to please take farmers serious. Farmers are the richest people in the country. Let people be proud to say, I am a farmer. I'm proud to say I'm a farmer. There are some places I will go, when people are talking, I will not even say I'm a farmer. Because I will look at this, you are a farmer. That means you are a poor person. So I want the government, both the federal, to come into the rescue of the farmers. We are down. Or we want the government, because any country that the government did not support farmers, if you go to UK, Nigeria is a blessed land. When you plant in UK, it will not grow, it will not germinate unless they cover it for there to be heat. But Nigeria, we don't need it. You can plant in your parlor, even here, if you plant in water, it will germinate. And even put fertilizer, let there be photosynthesis transmit to you. If you do well, that's to tell you how God has blessed us, mostly in Edo State. Okay. I am happy today that the governor is setting the precedent for the increment. Whoever comes to today, whoever comes in today cannot say, okay, I will not continue. The person will also want to say, okay, let me also increase. Let me do more than what the other governor did. I have been serving the state government right from the military era. The military era have an appointment. I know what I'm capable of doing. But I know, if you said just now, civil servants, yes, someone is civil servant, not that they are really good, because they are the politicians that are coming, they are the ones telling them, look at this file. Feel it. Look at how we are going to take this money. Let us cost pay the spade. Yes. And again, if they refuse to do, they will also be sacked. It's two-way con, because a thief in the house is the one to tell outside that something is in the house. So I am.
I think that era has passed.
Okay.
Because everything has been digitalized.
Yeah.
It is very difficult. It has been digitalized.
Yeah.
It is no matter of carrying file, one thing and the other.
But remember, the area I want
We
to
still
look
carry
at,
files.
the area I want to look at, because we cannot really stop from commending Governor Godwin Obaseki. Because workers, I'm a journalist, workers have also commended him that he has helped them in terms of transportation. So these are some of the areas I want us to quickly look at. Apart from just the issue of salary, don't you think government should maybe subsidize transportation, do some other things so that people will not just be spending from that salary? For instance, if transportation now, you know that there are buses positioned at different designated places, you board buses and you pay less, your salary will be saved. Don't you think so?
That area is now is step by step.
Yes.
If this man has increased salary without the approval of federal government, just to cushion the effect of workers, the next thing is a negotiation. The next thing, because we are talking about the governor.
Yes.
Also, we workers. Is it not a state that a governor is paying 7,000? Not to waiting. They do not have labor leaders there. It's not a place that the president of Nigeria Labour Congress was meeting to Koma. We don't have it. It takes two to tango. As we talk, praising governor who care for workers, so also leaders should also care for their people who elected them to lead them, not looking for prado or political position. But what we are saying that it is good to cushion the effect. One, like the farmer chairman is saying here now, is good and I congratulate him. But he did not emphasize some area. One, security. If we have security, you can he go to his last 1,000 acres of land that he has now? He cannot, because of security. If we can go, same Obaseki, who are brought in vigilante. I saw some captions last 3 days where the vigilante went to area in Agbede and saw inside forest where some people camped with Fulani people that are coming to do. So if we have such people, such farmers, can they farm? Okay, sorry, some herdsmen. Okay, can anybody farm in that environment? We are talking about security. All that is after 7,000. You should do more, because the vigilante went to that forest and also tried to pay them to cushion the fate of the people. Like you have said, I learned that there were these buses where people pay less. I don't know why it have been stopped. Where you travel from here to Igara or travel to, you pay less. But if that one can also be reduced, before it started with, if you wear uniform, you can enter bus free. If they are still sustaining that, it will be better. There are many things, but most of the problem that we are having too is this market women, landlord. There you can set up a task force or a monitoring committee. You can monitor things. No leaders want to fail. That's why you're a government. You see things and you cushion their own effect as well. Like you tar road, you give them good road, they can bring their product into the town, and you cannot tell me your road is tar. Why are you complaining? But two, if you give a land, we have land. But even when you give the land, the honesty of the people is what we are talking about. How honest is that? Like he said, if you give you loan, how many people has returned loan in this country of Nigeria? That's what we gave Bafu Taisolani when he was chairman of whatever of this bank. People collected loan. They did not. Yeah, People's Bank. They had to let them like that. The honesty of the people, like he said, some we are problem of ourselves because we are not sincere. We are not. Even though we are Christian or Muslim or pagan, we are not sincere. We are not committed to the people. So let's be new and learn how to be, committed and to be sincere to ourselves.
Thank
we
you.
will get a result.
And time is not always our friend. Just your concluding remark, Dr. Evis. Just one word.
Okay, you said one word. I want to say this to we Nigerians.
Yes.
Everything that is happening today, we are enjoying it, good or bad. If we want a change, we should change.
Thank you very much.
Until we change.
Thank you very much. His Royal Highness, Bako, just one word.
Okay, well, I will tell you, everything comes in hardship is a good one. I look at this hardship as a good one because all of us have to learn from it. If you remember, some countries today that are doing well, they have gone through this kind of hardship. That is why you find that people no longer steal with impunity in that country. If Nigeria have gone through this kind of hardship, it will come to a time for anybody to steal in the government to be difficult, because we live a life of extravagant life where people in the government use barrow to steal and nobody can protest. Everybody say yes, it's a government money, let us take it. I want things to go right in this country by way of Nigerian looking at Nigeria. I will be watching, you will be watching me. Okay. We'll come to time very soon.
Thank you very much. I want to thank my guest again. Yes.
Our leader has no political will to actualize the dream of the masses.
Thank you very much. That's our program for this week. I must commend Reverend Oluwade. Thank you very much for your time. Yes. And I must commend Dr. Evis Agbonaima. Thank you very much for your time. And of course, His Royal Highness Bako, thank you very much. He has projected farmers on this program today. Because I believe that once farming gets a boost, then your money will make meaning, because the price of food will reduce. That's the program. My name is Ego Sagunla. Do have a wonderful week ahead. Bye-bye.